What's going on, guys? I am back, JF Trading, for another video. I'm going to do an Interactive Brokers little run through of sort of the charting capabilities. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have mixed feelings. I bet you a lot of you use Thinkorswim. That's what I still use for my dashboard charts. But for real thorough technical analysis, nice breakdown of the chart itself, Interactive Brokers isn't bad. It's pretty bare bones. That's pretty evident when you play with it for a little bit. It's fairly bare bones, but that's exactly what the platform is. You know what I mean? That's why things are so cheap, because the technology is so simple in a sense, which in my opinion, fares well for the overall sort of professional, somewhat amateur trader who's looking for some access and some ability to trade products and have a decent charting platform. So I figured I'd do a quick charting video on Interactive Brokers. I'm just gonna pull this sucker all the way. So figured I would run you through how I do things. I know everyone trades differently, but this is sort of how I do things. I like to keep track of just a few things. I'm going to show you how to pull up a study. So if you go up to Edit and go to Studies, you can type in whatever you're looking for. I know I'm looking for an EMA. Two of these boys. So you can go into here and you go to the right side and you can change the period or the interval. I like the 50 and the 200. This helps me. Nothing major, but it gives me a decent idea of what's going on, where the prices are converging, diverging. It's a decent look. So that's how I add the studies. When I'm plotting like support and resistance, this is actually a pretty cool trick. I don't think Interactive Brokers does this, or maybe I haven't discovered it yet. But if you just click and drag, you can just do a little. You can just draw a line. You can put them all over the place. It gets kind of sloppy sometimes, and it actually took me years to figure this out. But if you're just drawing trend lines, and by the way, you can just Control Z all of these. Boom, boom, boom. So when you're drawing a trend line in Interactive Brokers, it's pretty cool. You can simply just start it, and then if you hold Shift, it'll flatline it for you, and then it gives you angles. What is it? 25%. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is that? 30? I don't even know. It gives you what? Nice little move, and it'll hold it straight, so you won't have to worry about crooked lines, this, that, or the other. So look, I'm going to put this nice line of support down here, and you can, this is kind of the bitch. This is why I say Interactive Brokers kind of lacks. It's because it's so fucking hard for me to just pick this line up. All right, there we go. So let's just put this sucker right here. Cool. Now we have a pretty straight support line. We can do the same thing for the top line, for the resistance, although we do have the moving average. So look at this. I struggle to get the line sometimes. So if you're listening, Interactive Brokers, definitely fix that. That helps me a lot. That's a very interesting aspect of Interactive Brokers and the charting platform itself. Obviously, it gives you your volume, and there's a million other indicators you can add into that. I don't really play too much with that. I like to look at. Let me actually see. I'll open a watch list of mine. Let me see if I can. Boom, boom, and then let me go to main. This is what I like to see. I prefer watch lists over charts, to be honest, because I know what I'm looking for. I know I'm looking for low trade count, decent volume, above average volume, I should say, solid options volume, and this gives me that view. And you can add whatever you want in here. You can make it however long you want. This is how and by the way, you can come up here and you can link these windows. So let's link it to group 3. Group 3. So now whenever I'm clicking on any of these, boom, we have a new chart, and this is running on the daily. And if you wanted to change it, it's up here. You can get pretty wicked with all of this. You can get pretty deep. If you wanted to add, maybe just a thumbnail chart for an overall monthly picture, we can do that by doing this. We can go like here. You can drag this up, make it uniform and pretty. See, you see that the edges are weird. And then we can go into here, go into chart parameters, and let's move it to monthly. Boom. And now we're going to link it to group 3. So now whenever we click on anything, we're going to get a daily view, we're going to get a monthly view, and if you wanted to, we can open up, a couple hour view, 2 hour view, 1 minute view, 5 minute view, 10 minute view. This is how people trade. This is how you should keep an eye on things. You don't necessarily trade multiple charts, but you want to have an idea of where things are overall. That's a big no-no is, support and resistance. You got to pick a time frame and you got to stick with that. You can't be drawing them all over the place. That's a rule that I follow. That's a rule that I was taught when I was young. So that's just something that I've sort of stuck with. Overall, I hope this video was helpful. There are some tricks here in interactive brokers that are pretty decent, but you really overall kind of miss a lot in terms of active trading. Whether you're just investing, that's fine. This is a perfect platform for you. But if you're an active investor and you need millisecond data, interactive brokers is probably not your best bet. Maybe I'll do a video on the actual winner and the best one. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Let me know if I said anything stupid or wrong. But other than that, I'll be back at you soon. Later.